Welcome to TBN Gameday Live, your St. James Academy pregame show. Let's take you through some of the games and results in the upcoming week. First of all, SJA Soccer with a win on Thursday will be playing on Wednesday in the upcoming week. St. James Volleyball starts state today in Salina. They'll be playing hopefully on Saturday as well, and cross country begins their state on Saturday as well. Now, St. James football lost last week, close game against Blue Valley West. This week, they're going to have to rebound in their first game in playoffs against Blue Valley in the 6-11 matchup. All right, now we'd like to bring onto the show star St. James Academy defensive end Max Riquette. Hello, Max.
Welcome to the show.
How's it going?
I'm good. How are you guys?
I think we're doing all right. Let's talk about last week. Let's start there. Last week, tough loss to Blue Valley West. Obviously, tough game. We want to start with the play that ended the first half. 95-plus yard return. You got tackled right before the end zone. Just kind of take us through what that play was like for you and the team.
Yeah, I saw the ball, I pick it up, and I start running. And then it's just, I got caught. Aiden Dreiling was in front of me blocking Tate Nagy, but was he really blocking Tate Nagy? I don't think so. Aiden ran in front of me a few times. You see me slow down, try to maneuver around him, just did not work out.
Well, I'll say this. It was a fun play to call up in the booth. It was a very exciting play for St. James. Unfortunately, did end up losing by a touchdown in that game. Now we play Blue Valley this week. Defense had a lot of success against Blue Valley last time, even though we lost by 10. What's the kind of message for the team this week against Blue Valley?
Defense hit harder. We got Tyson back this week on offense, so hopefully Frankie's been doing pretty good, but Tyson, I say he's more of a true quarterback than Frankie. Frankie likes to just take off. Frankie's going to be in at wide receiver a lot this week. We might go some trick plays where we have both of them and Frankie ends up throwing it. But just last time we played them, we got beat on special teams. 2 snaps over our punter's head. That kind of ended the game for us.
Yeah, so how would you say, obviously this week in practice is going to be very important, how would you say that the team and the coaches are trying to get rid of those silly mistakes? Like, are you changing anything? Just what's your focus this week?
We've gone around punting a lot this week. We've been yelled at by Charlie, Coach Radke's alter ego, because he doesn't like to yell at us, but his alter ego does.
Okay. So, like you said, we got Tyson Beshore back at quarterback this week. We're assuming that's going to still be the case tomorrow. We're filming on Thursday here. But, all right, what does Tyson Beshore, the senior quarterback, what's his return kind of mean for this team as we head into the playoffs here?
The whole team's happy. We're excited to get him back. We've been missing him. I mean, Frankie's been doing great, but now Frankie, we get to see what he can do at wide receiver. I mean, you've seen him. He's pretty shifty. He's hard to catch.
Yeah, so last week, tough loss to Blue Valley West. What's kind of the takeaway for the team after that game? Obviously a tough game for the whole team, but what's kind of the takeaway as you head into the playoffs here?
The takeaways is we need to be more focused, and special teams, we need to work on special teams with that block punt that kind of put us in a hole, and we didn't recover from that. Just being more careful with the ball. We had, 1 interception and 1 fumble that gave them the ball, set them up for some big plays.
Yeah, for sure, I'd agree. Will and I have kind of talked about in the booth all year how special teams has sort of been a bit of a weak point on this team, and it's kind of, you never really know when something's going to go wrong, like that blocked punt. There's been some trouble on kick returns and kickoffs, so it's definitely a good thing to clean up because, like I've said, it's not obvious how important it is until it's not there when you need it to be.
Yeah. All right, we want to talk about this week's game against Blue Valley. Zach, let's start here. Last time a 20-10 loss for St. James. Definitely not the cleanest game of football for St. James. What can St. James do to end this game in a better result this time?
Of course, the offense has got to be clicking on more cylinders than they were last time. They were struggling a lot even before Tyson came out of that game, but now that he's back to play Blue Valley again, maybe a little revenge game here, and so to see what he can do and make plays for the offense to make things easier when the defense gets stops like they did last time.
Absolutely. It's going to be kind of, like you said, a big revenge game for Tyson here. It's the St. James team. They're looking to try to get back on track after a tough loss against Blue Valley West last week, but this week Tyson's back. What's that kind of mean for the team, do you think, Jonathan?
I think it's big to have your quarterback back, your starting quarterback, your leader out there on the field. Like Zach said, I think maybe Tyson will think it's a little bit of a revenge game. He got hurt. Obviously, like you said, wasn't the cleanest game. And I think if they can just clean up those mistakes that really shouldn't be happening. Like we talked about before, the defense played a very good game. They really only gave up about 10 points. And if the offense can kind of get into a rhythm early and maybe get out to an early lead, I like our chances in this one. I really do.
Absolutely, and you talked about it. This defense really only gave up 10 points last time. Max, I want to ask you, as a member of that defense, what worked so well against Blue Valley last time, and how are you going to do that again this week?
Just kind of going out there, playing like a team. We were on the same page as each other the whole time. It's just, yeah. Yeah, I mean, we were just on the same page. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Is there anything special the defense might try to throw at Blue Valley? Maybe try and mix up the coverage, try and give them a few different looks up on the line. Is there anything like that, or are you guys just planning to go out there in your base defense and just try to rock them?
So our base defense is a 4-2, right? And 4-2-5. But because of Blue Valley, the last few years we've actually put in a call called dice where we turn into a 4-3. So we bring up an extra linebacker because they like to overload our boundary and run to the boundary. So that kind of helps. That's like our special play call we have for Blue Valley.
Mm-hmm. Last thing I want to talk about here, McGuire Richmond, one of the best players in the EKL. Zach, he's not going to be playing this week against St. James. Can you talk about kind of the impact that he would have had this game they won't now have?
Yeah, of course, the star linebacker, the K-State commit for Blue Valley on the defense. It really held us back last game and was making plays all over the field. Will not be playing. He's injured. So that's going to be huge for our offense, just to see what they can do now that we're back healthy with a lot of weapons, just to see what we can do when we get the offense clicking. Will be really pivotal to see who wins.
Well, should be a good game. St. James and Blue Valley. Can't wait to watch that one in just a few moments. All right, now that we got Max here, we're going to do some rapid-fire questions. Zach, we'll let you get us started.
Oh, what's the favorite game you ever played in?
Favorite game was junior year against Aquinas. I had 3 sacks, and I was throwing around Aiden Skinner.
What's your kind of go-to pregame song?
Go-to would be All Along the Watchtower by Jimi Hendrix.
All right. What do you do after games on Friday nights?
So after games, if we lose, I'm all sad. I go to Taco Bell. If I'm happy, I go to Taco Bell.
I guess the next logical question is, Max, what is your Taco Bell order? You give us like a generic, maybe you have a post-game order.
So I always get the same thing when I go. 2 cheesy gordita crunches and a nacho Bel Grande.
How much is that setting you back?
Do they know you
Too
by
much.
name?
No.
Like, can you
they
go in
don't?
there and say, I'll have my usual?
No,
and they
but
just give it to you?
last time I went, I was like, hey, can I get this and this? And this dude asked me like 20 questions. I'm like, just give me my food. I don't want, do you want mild sauce? No. Do you want Diablo sauce? No. Just give me my food.
I guess one of my next questions will be, who's your favorite team to play? If you had to pick a single team that you would love to play the most, who would it be?
Blue Valley.
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming on today, Max. Good luck on the game on Friday night. We appreciate you coming here.
Thank you.
Yes.
All right. We'd like to thank Max Jaquette again for joining us here on TBN Live. Now we're going to send it up to the booth at Blue Valley. Next, it's St. James versus Blue Valley on the Thunder Broadcasting Network.